All right, so you have rested. You've spent some time looking at items. Spent some time with Dragonborn wenches.
Oh yeah, forgot about that little
Yeah.
strange off adventure you guys had.
It wasn't that strange. It's the boys' night out.
Has been away from the city for a while.
Yeah. Well, in game probably not that long, but
That's true.
out of game months.
All right, so you guys wake up in your respective rooms.
Yeah, pull up an owlbear. Go back to your room.
You you smell some delicious odors coming up from the kitchens below. And as you guys um, shuffle out of your rooms, you see a familiar face in Childs waiting for you in the hall.
When Nacho woke up, he's gonna make his bed and then swap out the crappy pillow he found in the sewer with the good pillow that's on the bed.
Ooh,
All
that
right.
reminds me. Now that we're so when Morty stripped down for the bath, um, he was not very. He didn't care what Quarian saw. So right there. Oh yeah, that's how big Morty's wang is,
Oh my
Quarian.
god. Who authorized that roll, Morty?
I didn't say
That is
it
not
was a certain leg.
canon, okay?
I rolled a D10 and that's what happened. All right,
Yeah.
but Morty's got a third leg.
I'm pretty
Well,
sure it's a D6 for dwarves.
no,
Right?
Yeah.
come on. What? You're gonna make me roll?
I
No,
mean,
I'm
you
just
are a
kidding.
dwarf, so I think it should be a D6.
No,
Yeah,
Morty's got a third leg. This is
Lance.
canon.
Anyway, so we see Childs, huh?
She's Childs waiting in the hall, and he
Not
says,
Morty
"Oh,
yells back into the room. Come on, Quarian! Rise and shine.
Quarian's having a hard time looking him in the eye after."
Morty has no manners. No what's it called? Can't think of the word right now. No shame as a dwarf.
And Childs just says, Miss Cathal has a meal prepared for you in the meeting room. I believe she has some more to discuss with you."
Excellent. Thank you, lad. How old is Childs, by the way?
He's, if you had to guess, he's probably around like 30.
He's a human, right?
Yeah,
Well, Morty calls every human lad because he's 90, basically. So
yeah.
anyway,
Ooh.
Morty would, with a smirk, go lean on the wall and then give like a backwards knock on the door for Jacaro's room.
Jakaro, you wake up.
Morty.
Come out here, Dragon Boy.
Your
Oh yeah,
companion has left in your while you were sleeping. You do notice on your bedside table that she left behind um
digits.
just
An egg.
yeah.
She laid an
oh
egg before she
no.
left.
No, just one of the ribbons she had tied around her um dragonborn tail, I suppose.
You sure you don't want to go with egg?
She
Yeah,
leaves
we don't
behind.
we don't need to bring that in. That's a whole that's a very long side quest.
She leaves behind Memento.
Drakaro takes the ribbon and ties it to the handle of his bow.
Oh wow.
So it flaps in the breeze.
You have like a kind of lacy purple ribbon hanging from your bow now.
Such a manly.
Well, that's
figure with
good. It actually works because you can see which way the wind's blowing now. So like when he's shooting,
Wow.
you know?
Yeah.
Good call, Nacho.
That's plus
having
1
trouble-
to hit accuracy.
You having trouble with owlbear still, Andy?
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, I'll pull you out of the room then.
So we're
Sleep well. Morty winks.
So we're going to the conference room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you don't have to, but
Morty's the only one who knows about last night, so he's just having a quick heart-to-heart before we jump in there.
Here,
Alright.
someone move my guy too.
I did.
Okay.
I brought you out of the room.
All right, we'll
I'm
wait
putting my
outside.
Putting my chair together, so I can't sit at my computer. Quite.
Right. I'll put this giant fly thing away for you.
Yeah,
Throw 'em-
that's. I would've
Throw him in the
just-
trash.
Yeah. Before you do anything. All right, so
Good
we'll wait
That's what
outside.
flies like to be.
We'll wait outside while they chat.
Sleep well.
Oh yeah. Have a little extra pep in my step today, Mort.
That's good. You'll need it. And, the lady of the house has summoned us. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
Does Jakaro have to roll to see if it like burns when he pees?
Oh my god.
we'll get to that. It takes
This-
time.
This way, lad.
It's not a no.
Nacho.
As
Hey,
you guys pass Drakaro, past Childs, roll a perception check.
Me and Jakaro, or just everybody?
You and Drakaro.
Oh.
After that exchange.
disregard my perception check.
Morty coming in hot with the 21. Jakaro with the 18.
You both notice that Childs was half listening, and he kind of gives Drakaro a little grin as he passed.
Jakaro's like strutting today. Nice.
All
All
right.
right.
You boys ready?
Yep.
All right.
We shouldn't keep the mistress waiting.
All right. You walk into the room. The table is set with a feast for breakfast. All sorts of food, mostly breakfast fare, but pretty much anything you can think of. There's like a whole roast duck in the middle of the table.
Damn. This lady's going
Um,
all out.
Definitely
Nacho grabs a plate.
set out a spread for you.
Yeah, before Morty sits down, he just kind of like stops by his chair and then kind of looks at Cathal and then gives a little formal bow, and then sits down.
Nacho would grab a few strips of bacon and head back to his chair.
She just says, "Gentlemen, very nice work down in the sewers yesterday."
Well, not a problem. It's it's what we do. Did you want like a full briefing, or sounds like you already know what's up?
We spoke a little bit last night, but yes, after our discussion, I sent men to verify the story. It seems everything is in order on your end, so I am very much in your debt.
Did they tell you what we found?
Well, there weren't many remnants of to corroborate your story, but there were some corpses and some strange piles of appendages that seem to match up with with your descriptions.
Well, we
We already for our strange piles of appendages that we leave.
We've
Never
vanquished
believe
many
that.
creatures in our wake.
Did you determine why they decided to move into our sewers?
There, you had a hag living in your sewer. This crazy witch lady we had ran into previously. We already had killed her two sisters, and she found her way into your sewer. Before we killed her, we were able to squeeze a little bit of information out of her. Turns out she was working under the orders of a demon named Belasco. One of my two friends here are more experts on this demon than I am. Looks at
He's not to
either
be
more.
trifled with.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, I shouldn't imagine many demons are.
And yeah, we also learned another fun fact about this demon. He also happens to be working with Halia. So
Her eyes sort of brighten a little bit with that information.
yeah,
Says,
So now you know who her boss is, Morty says.
well, I suppose you shouldn't go looking for information if you don't truly want to know the answer. It's very disturbing, but we had our suspicions she was in with some powerful forces.
Yeah, so did we, but we had no idea it was this guy.
Yes, well, it's very disturbing. Suppose for now we should count ourselves lucky that she's moved her operation out of the city.
what?
What she wants down with Fendalen?
So you want more information on what she's doing, what she's up to?
I'm just not sure what her play is now.
Yeah. Well, she I feel like she's still pretty trusting of us. So,
Morty nods.
we could maybe, if you want her dead, probably make it happen.
We planned on passing through, Fendalen to see if she's there, but I mean, if not, I could always give her a ring.
Yeah. I feel like she's gonna end up finding us, Morty, before we can find her.
Yeah, well, I mean, we could strike first. I could call her, is what I'm saying. It's within my powers. But I don't know how what her stance is on us now after all this time. She may have been having a spy on us
It's
this whole
true.
time, and
I would guess that she most definitely, if she might not be in here in Neverwinter, but she sure does have a guy working for her that probably is lingering around.
and if she's in contact with that hag and whatnot, the jig might be up. Like if somehow Belasco was watching us.
So these
Somehow.
demons, are they like, what kind of powers does a demon have, Morty? Can they like
Many.
see what's going on? Like, are they like a god? What's
Would
I don't
would
think so.
anything from my demon book that I've read so far have told me anything about Belasco?
Yeah. So far, what you've determined from your demon book, is that Belasco comes from a line of demons called Yagnoloth.
Fucking Yagnoloths, knew it.
They are most commonly or most notably known for the fact that they are freelancers. So in the Underrealms, there is a war between the devils and the demons that's been going on for eons. The Yagnoloth have sort of taken a step outside of that, and work as mercenaries for the highest bidder.
So he's
Because of
So-
that, you know that they do tend to travel the plains a little bit more commonly than some of the other demons. Their motives are not quite understood, though.
so he's basically, not working at his own behest. Someone else is pulling the strings. This is what I'm gathering from that.
It sounds like a demon for hire,
Mm-hmm.
which also means that he was working for someone when he killed everyone in Aquarian's family and almost killed Braun.
Yeah.
Just
All true things.
You know,
It goes deeper.
just gotta wait for Quarion to tell us all this.
Aquarian would lean forward on the table, look around slowly, and then I'd use my cantrip to extinguish all of the candles in the room so it goes dark.
Oh.
My cloak billows out around me menacingly.
Whoa. Uh-oh.
I tell the party, well, I have an ancient book passed down in my family that I've been slowly working through, and I've learned a little bit about Belasco so far.
Well, what do you know, Quarion?
He's what's called a Yagdaloth. You're Yaggeroth. Yeah, Jägermeister. He's a Yagdaroth demon. They're generally don't do much on their own, and they hire themselves out to whoever across the plains will pay the highest.
Wait, you're telling me Halia's working for a demon and the demon's working for somebody, or is the demon working for Halia? Like, who's boss here?
Well, from the hag, it sounded like Halia was working for the demon, but there may
Yeah.
be someone else pulling the demon's strings.
I don't know if there's anybody powerful enough to control a demon, but
There's always
we've
a
never
bigger
met him
demon
face to
playing.
face. Yeah, that's what it
They-
sounds like.
They do, for the most part, make deals.
With people of our realm.
Not usually.
Yeah. That's
But
what Morty was thinking. That like no one would be powerful enough to control a demon.
They have
You
been
might-
known to in the past. There are ways to summon them, but not necessarily control them.
Yeah.
But they will work for anyone if the price is right.
I'm worried that the half orcs and Talos might be, working with Belasco. Might have a couple demons teaming up.
Quarion, is it possible to kill a demon?
If the conditions are right, I don't think I've gotten quite that far in my book about how to kill Belasco, but demonic's a difficult language. It's taking me some time to get through.
Yeah.
From what you know from information passed down to you, demons are very hard to truly kill.
Okay. So you'd have to put him in like a what's the place where General Zod goes? The Phantom Zone. You have to put him in like a Phantom Zone.
In the Phantom Zone.
Okay.
So for the most part, to actually kill them, you have to kill them in their home plane.
They're three.
Oh, okay.
We have
Like
to go to
Destiny,
their
man.
turf.
It's like
Oh.
Oryx.
Yeah, yeah.
King's Fall raid all over again.
They reform in their own plane if they die in another.
Interesting.
And don't we have a couple of ways to get to different planes?
You have that like
Only the Feywild.
yeah, you have one of those from that guy. Yeah. So what else? We were in the sewer. Killed the hag. And then
Found out
oh,
about
those
Halia.
those those yeah, when we were in your brewery there, Cathal, we came in contact with a couple of Morty. What were those things we fought in the brewery?
Spectres.
Specters.
Yeah,
Took
one
care
of
of a
them lit
couple
one of your barrels
specters.
on fire.
Yeah.
Specters.
You know these
Yeah.
is like purple things. They were like invisible, and it's very
So it's- What I mentioned before, how there was undead outside the walls. Well, they seem to breach the walls. This might be something we could bring up to the regent. if there's more of them. If they keep getting attacks outside the walls, we could probably take care of it.
That's
Lighting stuff on
very
fire, right, guys? You guys all remember how it was definitely the monsters that lit everything on fire, right?
More declares Aquarian. Sure.
Yeah, let's try to only
Well,
answer questions that are asked, Quarion.
the regent may be interested in that. So far, his policies have been mostly, as long as we're inside the city, we're safe. So perhaps a
That might
Oh,
change
well.
if undead are here.
local threat might spur him to action, but do we know why they're here or if there's more?
I'm not sure.
Could the hag have been the source?
Well,
Didn't we
Possibly.
find a like a ritual site somewhere down there?
Yes, but we're not sure what that summoned exactly. It could have been, the creatures we fought, or it could have been the specters.
the frog
That my
hemoth,
thing, my
yeah.
thing is, we saw the specters outside the city before we entered. So whoever's controlling them, it seemed to have happened outside the city, and now they can pass through solid things like the walls, so found their way inside the city pretty easily.
Fucking ghosts, man.
But
Yeah.
what were you thinking as far as payment for taking care of the sewers for you?
Well, as we discussed, I was going to give you access to the free entry and exit of the city.
All right.
I have been in touch with some of the local vendors on your behalf. Should be able to get reasonable prices at a few of them.
Quarian's eyes start sparkling.
Nice.
And I was able to secure a meeting with the regent if you
Oh,
desire.
nice.
Yeah,
Yes.
Definitely.
Uh,
What about the brewing business as well? When do we get started on that? Morty looks excited.
It's only been one night, but we do have some local interest in the samples we sent out. So
All right.
I need to contact a few more business partners to see if we can make it happen or not. The
All right.
city being closed to supplies might make it a little bit more difficult for now.
Yeah, we're kind of pressed for time. We're trying to take care of the dragon sooner than later. We don't want him to keep destroying whole towns like he did Fandalin. So I'm not sure how much longer we'll be around for, so I just wanted to make sure I brought it to your attention sooner than later.
Well, we can be in touch. You said you had ways of contacting people from a distance.
Of course.
oh yeah,
As
don't
soon
be
as-
alarmed if you hear Morty's voice in your head at some point.
Yes.
Stranger things do happen. Lord Kensington,
Yes.
I believe the meeting with the regent will be held under your name.
Oh, fantastic.
I did have to pull some strings. For all intents and purposes, it's under the guise of opening some trade routes via the sea.
That'll work. You know, I got old Toby here. Toby's a fine sailor, so that'll check out.
Right, well, as long as you can ride that story through the doors, the rest is on you.
I can work it. What do
Toby
we?
here's a seasoned seaman.
Yeah.
20 grants.
What do we know about like how the government works here? Like I know the region speaks on behalf of the king. Is that
Yes, well, for years he essentially is the king.
okay?
The royal line has faltered and no heir has come forward. Speculation that the regent is has a hand in that.
Okay, so I just have to maybe try to work that angle and tell the regent we might be able to help them secure a grip on the throne here. Maybe there's something we can do to help them out with that.
It seems like they have a pretty good grip already.
Yeah,
I'd say.
yeah. Well, yeah. There is a dragon,
Of course.
messing up their towns.
You're
I
not wrong.
do you know, like, I would at some point during this meeting, I'm gonna want to try to get the regent's signature. Like, I don't even need it on a specific piece of paper. I just want to see what that signature looks like, and I can pretty much take it from there. Yeah, there's.
Well, inside his manor might be the best place to find it. I can search my records. Most of my business is above board. I may have something lying around.
Oh, if you have a signature anywhere, that would be fantastic.
I can look. May take some time. Charles, search the records. You see Child pop his head in, and you get the feeling that he was standing outside the door listening.
It's eavesdropping.
He looks a little bit embarrassed, but then he goes, and then you hear him head off down the hallway.
He's a good lad.
I suppose.
Well, that's good. Once I gotta get this document signed to get some, there's some, what is he, druids? There's a bunch of druids over at a logging camp terrorizing the place, and we told them, we negotiate with the regent. So yeah, we're just gonna give them a piece of paper with regent's signature, and then they're gonna leave, and they're gonna think that the loggers are going to stop logging, and we're going to tell the regent to maybe throw some more men over there. It's a whole thing, but you're really saving lives here, Cathal. Very commendable.
I see you have had a hand in politics before.
Well, I'm aspiring, you know.
Yes. One thing you learn quickly is that sometimes you have to make things happen yourself.
The league is very familiar with that. Morty smiles. Well then, lads, we better eat up and then go shopping, eh?
Yes, well, welcome. You're welcome to have your fill. I have some business to attend to, but I'll be around the tavern if you need me. She gets up and walks out.
Do we see any kind of like cloth? Is there any kind of like cloth or like what are the napkins like here? Are they like fancy napkins that you have to like wash afterwards? I assume they're not disposable napkins.
Yeah, there are napkins. They're not super fancy.
Are they cloth though? Are they
they're cloth, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
What's the thread count?
Nacho grabs a couple cloth napkins, walks over to the bacon, and starts putting piles of bacon in the cloth napkin, and to preserve it, and then puts that in his bag so he's got bacon for later.
Oh, jeez. Real hungry, are you not, Joe?
Well, you never know, Morty. Okay.
Who knows the next
We
time
were
we're
just
gonna
in
get
the
meat?
woods for like a week.
It's true.
We
This
barely
is one of
ate.
the finest meal I've had in a long time.
We ate did we eat that displacer meat? I feel like we ate displacer meat at some point.
I ate some raw.
Well, you know what? This is your chance, fellas. You know, I would say throw yourself some rations. Something that's you can preserve for a while.
Oh yeah, Morty intends on just stuffing his face right now.
Yeah, Morty will just get chunks of food in his beard, and then he'll be picking those out and eating those for days. All right.
You see Toby like pick up a giant chunk of cheese and stuff it in a pocket.
There you go, Toby. Squirrel that shit.
Very nice. When he takes like a loaf of bread and throws it in his bag.
All right, fellas. What's the order of operations there?
She left with you a list of a couple stores, which she is familiar with the owners, and we're able to talk them into at least getting you a fair deal. Unfortunately, prices in that city are very high right now, so and she already gave you I think a paper proving your acquaintance with her yesterday. So there seems to be a list of a little bit of everything on there. So there's an armorer, a weaponsmith, an alchemist, wand smith, and just a general sort of trader, an oddity collector, and then a scribe.
What's a scribe? Is that like for scrolls?
Scrolls, yeah.
Okay.
I think we've got all our scrolls now.
We got a ton of scrolls. I
Well,
didn't
you
even
never-
think about selling those.
Yeah, you never know what they got.
Oh, we identified all our scrolls. I'm pretty sure.
Morty still has one that's not identified. Because James
and the gnome book. I don't think you finished
didn't
the
know what
gnome
it
book.
was. Yeah, I think I have a couple left in the gnome book.
All right. So,
I maybe still don't know what that one is.
That's all right.
Wait, do you remember where you got it?
Jakaro nabbed it in the Gnomon
That
Guard.
was no,
like-
no. Not the gnome book.
Oh, the gnome book. Oh, okay.
He's talking about the scroll. The scroll came from the Medusa cave when we went through one of the bedrooms and inside
Yeah.
like a dresser.
Oh yeah. I think I threw that in at the end and never really came up with something for that. So I can just make something up for that. That's fine.
Okay.
I wanted it to be something interesting. I just never really thought about what that would be.
That's fine. We'll save that for last on the stops.
Sure. Maybe they can identify it for you.
Perhaps. That's what Morty's hoping. But Morty would pipe up and say, "All right, boys," with a mouthful. I'd say that we sell everything and then go buy. Makes sense?
Yeah, that works. Should we all travel together?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's pull everything out of your hole just so we have it prepared. Throw it in a sack or something.
Okay. So you want me to get into the black hole? Wait. What?
Before Morty said that he just wanted to keep everything in there just for easy, get it off his back. But now he just wants to get it out so we have it ready to sell. So we don't have to pull out a black hole in front of these fucking merchants.
Okay. So is it in my black hole right now?
Yeah.
Okay. So Notch opens up the black hole so you can get the stuff out. I'll put it down over here, Morty.
Perfect.
Yeah. Oh, don't want to fall in.
Yeah, there's a ladder in there, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Easy access.
Oh, there you go. It's like a little basement.
Yeah. All right, well, Morty goes in and retrieves everything and fills it up in a sack.
Morty, so how much of this stuff did we determine that we're selling? Are we like negotiating for like prices, or was that already like predetermined?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
If you want to roll on the persuasion check for the like general goods, we can just hand wave and get money into your purse right now.
Let's do that.
So that would just be everything besides the gems and the scimitars.
I was gonna have you do one for the gems and one for everything else, and then the scimitars you would have to find a special buyer for.
Yeah.
I assume the oddities guy.
Oh, okay. So I can't just bullshit a random vendor.
Well, depends how good your roll is.
Or yeah, like maybe I will try to bullshit the random vendor and just get a good roll. you know. But then, does he have a good bullshit detector?
So the first few places you've stopped to try to sell them haven't really offered you more than just the base price for them.
Oh, we can get way more. Fuck that noise.
So you could sell it for that, or you could try to get more.
I mean, I feel like we're good with just the base price, but
No way.
I mean on the scimitars,
oh,
on the older scimitars.
Yeah.
Like the ancient elven scimitars from like centuries ago that Quarian barely recognized.
yeah, those are probably good for more than base price.
For the most
yeah.
part, everybody's trying to buy your stuff for probably about like 20% off of what the sales price would be. 20 to 30%. So this roll will be to determine if you can talk them up from there.
Are we?
Make sense?
What roll are we rolling now?
You're the
Yeah,
roller.
whoever wants to try to persuade or lie or cheat their way into
So
selling
we're doing
it for more.
persuasion.
No, you said you have a deception as your highest
I
modifier,
did, but
right?
I mean, persuade sounds like persuade, but I'll deceive.
No, you can deceive if you want to come up with a
Ooh.
story as to why these things are so valuable.
Well,
Almost-
for
almost
just the
nat
regular
20s.
goods.
My man.
Yeah, so you find after a couple visits, you are kind of striking out. Nobody really wants to spend a bunch of money, especially right now, the way the market is. But you do find someone that seems to be a little bit low on inventory, and you talk them into looking at your goods, and you are able to come up with some stories as to where these things came from and why they may be a little bit more valuable than they are, including potentially hinting at some of them being magical, despite they are not. That was so for the regular items. I think they said that added up to. Where did I put it at? I wrote it somewhere. So it would sales price on those items are about 320 gold. Because you are able to convince this poor man that some of the items may be magical, perhaps with a little bit of help from your magical friends in the party, you actually end up selling the whole lot for about 500 gold.
Wow. All right. 500 gold added to the bank, boys.
And then
Nice.
the gemstones should be about 2,000, just from Morty's dwarven assessment of these precious stones. So you find a couple jewel dealers, and you try to work your magic yet again. Give me another roll. 15.
Oh, we should have been guiding. him for this.
69.
Bonus points for that. All right, well, I'm gonna let the dice decide this one. All right. So again, you're able to take this information and take these goods and come up with a pretty lengthy and convoluted story as to where these gems came from. By the time you get to the end of the whole story, the guy seems more confused than anything. But he seems interested enough that he's willing to pay for them, and he gives you about 2,500 for them.
Holy cow.
Damn.
That's minus the diamond, right? Because we plan on keeping that.
Yeah, I figure you guys kept the diamond for revivify purposes.
All right, so that brings us at a total of 4,400 that Morty has on him now.
Damn.
Yeah,
You're gonna buy some sweet stuff.
that is a lot more than I expected.
Is that all of our stuff sold?
Besides the 2 scimitars.
You have the 2 scimitars, so after being offered just sort of pretty basic prices for them, you guys decided to hang on to them and see if you can find a better deal.
Morty, you should enchant them so they're glowing.
What? What do you mean, mate?
Well, Nacho's a pretty good salesman. I figure if we can add a little extra pizzazz, you can probably get a better price.
Glowing how? What do you?
Cast a continual flame on it.
Or a light cantrip.
Let me look at light. How does that work? Because I think it's concentration, right? Touch.
I don't think so.
Oh, it lasts an hour. All right, Morty kind of smirks and he looks to Nacho and is like, "What do you think, mate? Should I can make this thing glow with light for an hour, and that's for free, or I can make it like our necklaces appear to be on fire."
I'd say do the free one, Morty.
All right.
I don't know. Make them look like they're on fire sounds pretty badass.
But the thing is, I don't have that spell ready. I'd have to do my thing to do that.
Oh, true.
I wasn't prepared for this.
Always got to be prepared for shenanigans.
You know,
Morty.
I'm not the biggest fan of deceit, but when it comes to making money like this, I mean, I'll let it slide. Well, Marty will grab the 2 scimitars and cast light on them. This'll do for now.
So which store do you think we'd go to sell these?
She mentioned like an oddities collector. Maybe we should go check him out.
Yeah, perhaps we could just trade them. We don't even need to sell. We'll see. We'll see what he has in stock.
Okay, so we're gonna see what they have
we
and
should
then
we should have
negotiate.
Nacho go in, maybe in a disguise to sell them, because that light cantrip's gonna wear off, and we don't want him to know it was us who sold them to him.
That's actually one of the smartest things you've ever said, Corian.
Corian looks at Maury, doesn't know whether to be grateful or offended.
Probably offended.
What do you say, Nacho? Does that make sense to do what Corian's suggesting?
Yeah. I mean, just give me a minute. See what I got in my bag here. I got some women's clothing and I got some fine clothing.
I'd save the fine clothing for
Fine
the meeting with
clothing?
the regent.
Okay.
For the meeting with the
I
regent.
mean, you can wear the suit more than once.
Yeah, but if he's going to be seen later in the day in the same clothes, that could be bad news.
Wear the fine clothing and then here, take my cape.
What about? Hold on a sec. Maybe the cape for.
I
also
could
regent.
actually. You guys have never seen me do this maneuver before, but I can kind of shapeshift into like a completely different person.
Why the hell aren't you gonna do that then?
We've never been in a town. I feel like this is the perfect time.
Yeah, well, yeah. The reason I haven't done it is because, say, I don't know, we had like slots where we could only do a limited amount of spells per day. So So that's,
I see.
resources, fellas, resources. But yeah, I
understand.
mean,
It's
for
very
this,
Tiring.
yeah. Yeah, I feel like in this situation I could do it. Who have we seen that I could turn myself into? Maybe like
That poor fella held up by the druids.
Turn to Horvath.
what druids? Oh, that guy. What was his name?
Or the innkeeper.
Well,
What was his name? I know Falcon. I know Falcon's name. And his buddy Starburns.
I mean, who do you think would look like the most the closest enough to a person who would actually carry these?
Ooh.
I don't think Falcon would actually carry these weapons. He doesn't
Some
look like he's a-
ancient. I want to say Raskin, but what if this person knows
I
Raskin?
like that. Oh, that's true.
Raskin?
Yeah, that's very true.
Vern.
He could be known.
You could turn into Vern.
No, no, no. We
Mysterious
can't do
lizard
that to
man.
Vern. Vern would not like that. I mean, I'd say you just pick some random person from your past. You know, maybe have you imitated other lords from not around here?
Um.
I mean, I guess it doesn't have to be a lord, just some sort of adventurer.
Well, geez, Morty, you really put me on the spot with that one.
I mean, you could just say some random.
I could
shit
say,
somebody you've met in the past.
you know, I've been working on the Edgar Friendly. I could be Edgar.
Sure,
Okay.
why not? Whatever works for you, Nacho.
Yeah. Okay. So Edgar, we'll make Edgar an older gentleman. Probably like you know, like 60. Like he's seen some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's just like an olderish man. That adventurer type.
So are you just gonna go in and out, like sell the shit and leave, and then maybe we pop in afterwards to see what he has for sale?
Well, that's a very good question, Morty. Um, yeah, I mean, how about shit? Do you want to buy? So you want to buy stuff from this guy, not just dump off our the Simtars?
Possibly, but I mean, I feel like it's probably best that we have the most amount of gold on us before we start buying shit.
Truth.
Okay,
Just in case
so
there's something like really strikes our fancy.
I'll hold off on disguising myself then. So what store are we going to?
I suppose we should get the stuff that we absolutely need first. Which I mean, I assume we just need a few health potions, right?
So we just hit up a general store.
Whoever would carry those, yeah.
All right.
Maybe if there's a like an alchemist place.
Yeah, because I'm also interested in a couple other potions. I've
We
heard
could
tell
buy
of.
we could buy me like more ingredients too, because I can make the health potion. What's my other recipe?
Oh yeah, you can make them. Holy shit.
I have a
The potion of
potion
rules.
recipe and like water breathing.
Yeah, you also have another recipe, right?
He found some from the hags, I believe.
Yeah, one of them, the potion of poison was one of them,
Ooh.
but he
Oh, I
hasn't.
have another one too. Yeah, potion recipe.
Hadn't identified the other one yet.
Well, if we can make these, maybe we just get ingredients.
Yeah, let's do that. Save our money for the fun shit.
Maybe just a couple, but but mostly ingredients.
I mean, I have 4 potion of healings on me too.
I have let me check my pockets. I have 2 regulars and 1 greater. Wait, do any of you boys have potions of healing?
I think I have one.
I have.
You got that shit you rubbed on my skin once, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to see how many more uses I have of it. I have 3 uses of that left.
All right. Well then, I mean, if Clarion has 4 potions already, I mean, we may not even need any. I thought
Let's just
maybe.
stock up on ingredients.
Who
On
knows?
potions.
But there is one potion I was very much interested in getting. I don't know if you boys have heard of it.
Oh, some frost resistance.
Some of those, and then also a potion of haste. It'd be very nice if we get our hands on those.
Is there anything we can do with these coatl feathers?
Yeah, it might not hurt to present this guy with some of our unique items.
Yeah, you did collect some items in.
Yeah, I have a bag of stuff I have a bag of assorted hag ingredient.
Yeah, you also grabbed a bunch of stuff from Vern's when you were collecting for the cure for the wear at. But then Morty just was able to heal it
Oh
out of you
yeah.
guys. So you had like 3 out of 4 items or something.
Hmm.
Well, you ended up getting the Quaddle feathers too. So you actually have all the items for that.
Yeah, so that could be worth.
don't know how to make it, but you know what's involved.
Yeah. So
That's
we definitely have some bartering power here because we have tons of ingredients and stuff.
we have 2 Pegasus feathers too.
Well, I have one and you have one, or me and somebody else have one. I
Yeah, I
forget.
don't know. I don't know if I want to sell mine though. I bet that'll.
Yeah,
do
I'm
some
holding on to
good.
that. All right.
Yeah.
So
To
I-
the
I-
the apothecary.
yeah, let's go to the potion person first. The alchemist.
Lead the way,
All right.
boys. I will follow.
As you find your way through the shopping district and you turn your way down a road, and this area there's a lot of stones sort of poking up through on the sides of the cobblestone. They have large runes carved into them, and you find a store as described by Castle, and it's almost like shaped like a tower. It's only 2 stories high, but it's just smooth stone, so it looks like it was just made from one solid piece of stone. Um, Probably not naturally made. As you walk in, there is a bunch of flasks all over the walls. You also notice that there's a bunch of toads just like hanging out in here, just on the shelves and on the floor, just not like in a jar or like
Just
or
loose toads.
yeah, just a bunch of loose loose toads. Um, and behind the counter is a fairly large and kind of hard to tell, but she seems a little bit odd. Jakaro, you recognize that this is you guys all recognize her as a dragonborn. She looks kind of weird to everyone, but Jakaro recognizes her as um, being obese for your race. And
A little harsh.
well, that's what the random generator came up with. I'm sorry. And she turns to you guys and says, "What can I do for you?"
Well,
We're looking for supplies. Corin pulls out his all his potion recipes. We want to like to stock up on all the ingredients listed on these recipes.
A fellow alchemist, I'm always happy to help.
I dabble.
Um, and she's going through your recipes, and she's kind of nodding as she goes, and then she gets to the um, the one that you have not um, identified yet, and she says, "Where did you get this one?"
We found that in a hag's hut in the middle of a swamp. They're up to their nefarious hag. I don't know, adventures. We interrupted them. I haven't quite figured out what it's for yet.
That makes sense, I suppose. It is rare. It's not something we see very often, but
No, what's it a recipe for?
let me see. And she pulls out. She goes over to a bookshelf behind there and pulls out a book. Starts flipping through it, and she looks at it. And she says, "Ah, yes, that's that's well, it looks like my recipe was wrong. If I'm right, this looks like um, it looks like a potion of flying.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Do
Morty's eyes light up.
you mind if I take a couple notes here?
Oh please, by all means.
You see her started like comparing her book to the recipe and um, kind of going back and forth and making adjustments to her book as she goes. Um, well, I think I can help you with most of the items on these for you, but um, and then we also have some potions already made if you'd like to.
Do you have any potions of haste or frost potion resistance?
Frost. Yeah, I could probably get you a frost potion if that's what you need.
How many?
Probably 2.
All right. What do those go for?
Let's see, frost potion. Um, those would be about 200 apiece.
Oof.
Morty looks to Nacho.
Well,
And how much for all the ingredients we need too?
The ingredients. I have most of them. Some of them are a little bit harder to find, but I could. Let's see. Well, how many do you want to make of these? Which one are you looking for?
Potion of healing mostly, but wouldn't mind being able to make a couple, at least a couple of the others. Especially the potion of flying. I want to make as many of those as you can give me ingredients for.
Well, that would be the tricky one. Let me see. So, yeah, for about 50 gold pieces, I could get you enough to make one of each. So 4 total. The only thing I don't have is the unicorn hair for the flight.
You know, I'm sure we can find those somewhere.
And I just posted a list of potions that she has for sale. Formatting is a little bit weird. Sorry about that.
do we have any useless scrolls or anything that we could trade?
Well, I don't think she accepts scrolls. There's a scroll deal, I believe.
Ah, so magicians. This isn't like a one-stop shop for magician stuff.
Yeah.
This
It's
isn't
just like
really
potions.
magic. Anybody can. You find the right ingredients and you know how
Look.
to do it.
All right.
Oh, we also we have some stuff you may be interested in buying too. Corian pulls out the bag of ingredients from Vern's and the bag of ingredients from the hag's place.
Perhaps we can make a trade of sorts.
Yeah. Plus, my friend here did just kind of show you, the correct spell, the correct ingredients for that spell of flying there. Sounds like yours was a little off. And so I'm pretty sure I feel like that gets us, a little bit of a discount there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I suppose I do owe you a little bit for that, huh?
A little bit.
Well,
For
I
one on the
can-
frost potions, Morty says.
Oh, Morty, Morty, that's a little, there's 200 gold. That's a lot of gold. You know,
Morty grins. He's like, all right, I leave the negotiating to you, Nacho.
yeah. Perhaps instead of 200 apiece, we could be looking, I don't know, maybe 150 a piece there. Very valuable, valuable information. Just got there.
I could probably do that. That's what we used to sell them for anyway.
Well, now I feel like I didn't ask for enough, but okay, yeah. I mean, 150.
I'll tell you what.
Alright.
I'll sell you anything you want today at a discount.
Okay. Oh, silly me. Is this one of the places that Cathal
Yeah, show her the letter.
okay, I'm assuming this is one of our Cathal places. Yeah. So, Nacho presents this hideous, horrible-looking lizard person with the seal of Cathal, showing that gives her a wink.
Ah, you're the boys Cathal was talking about.
Yeah. I should have announced ourselves earlier. So.
My daughter actually works over there.
Oh no.
She's always
Oh.
complaining about not getting enough tips, but she did come back pretty happy last night.
Is that right? Morty glares over at Chikaro.
What's all that about, Morty?
Oh, nothing.
Okay. Well, so you fellas see anything catches your fancy there?
I'm
Tell you what,
happy with all my ingredients.
I'll give you an extra 20% off the standard prices, not the inflated prices.
That's very generous.
All right. This.
That frost potion would be 120 then.
Oh. Well,
All together or each?
Per potion.
All right. So that's 240 down, and then what about the ingredients and stuff? How much is that? Is she interested in the ingredients that Quarian is trying to offer?
I could give you one of the frost potions for the ingredients that you have here.
I just want to point out, fellas, that one of these things is legendary. I feel like that probably costs a ton, but so
Yeah. How much for this potion of Storm Giant Strike?
Oh, that one's been sitting there for some time. That one with the discount would be 8,000.
Oh.
We will not take
it. Bit out of our price range, boys.
All right. Yeah.
That one sounds interesting to me.
Yeah.
Not too often you come across frost giants' bones or nail clipping, or storm giants' bones or nail clippings to make that one.
Yeah.
Oh, I hunt giants all the time.
I think we'd have to sell Toby for that one. Nacho laughs.
If you ever come across any giants and care to bring me any pieces.
All right. So right now we're looking at
nails or bones to make the potion.
You got it. But right now we're looking at the 2 frost potions. Basically, one being traded for the ingredients Quarian has, and then he also wants ingredients for health potions. So what's our total now before we start talking about these other ones?
The second potion and the ingredients you can get for 150 total.
All right. Now, how much for this potion of invisibility and the gaseous foam potion? Just curious.
Gaseous form I could sell you for about 400. I way lowballed you on the legendary thing. I was looking at the wrong thing.
So it's even more than 8,000?
Yeah, should be above 50,000.
We should have taken it. We should have sold Toby.
Yeah. Traded Toby.
That almost one-shot the dragon.
It just puts your strength up to 29.
Oh,
Damn.
Let's see. So, and then the invisibility would be about 5,000.
Wow,
Damn, potions are expensive.
that's crazy.
I mean, we have 2 party members that can turn invisible.
Yeah,
Like-
I was just curious if they're cheap, you know. But it doesn't seem like
Yeah,
anything
so-
here is cheap. Morty says.
But most folks can't do it themselves, so we got to do it for them.
what's our total looking like so far here, Morty?
It's 150.
For everything?
Yeah, we get ingredients for Quarian plus the 2 frost potions, and which part of one of those is being traded for the ingredients Quarian has.
Oh,
Pay the lady.
All right.
well,
What's up?
I
No,
see
no.
this. I'm seeing this as the start of a very valuable, trading partnership here. I mean, like Drakara was just, my friend Drakara was just saying he slays giants on the regular. He could probably, plans on
weekend.
on the weekends here. So 150, maybe we could be looking at 135.
God. Not just trying to squeeze every penny.
I'm already giving you a pretty good deal here. I don't know if I can do that.
It's fair. That's fair.
think
Okay,
we
well,
can do a good
okay, it doesn't hurt to try.
All right. 150 it is. Morty plops
Yeah.
the gold down. Plus
All
Quarian's
right.
ingredients.
The exchange happens.
All right, here you go. Morty hands Quarian the 2 frost potions. He's like, "Don't you already have one of these?"
I do. We almost have enough for the whole party now.
Excellent. We'll be
So
needing them.
If you find anything interesting in your travels, you know where to find me. I'll give you a good deal, fair price.
Morty kind of perks up. He's like, "I do have one of these." And he pulls out his potion of heroism.
Yeah. Is that for sale?
Ends. What would you offer?
It's, could give you about 600 for it.
Is it do, Morty?
It gives me 10 temp HP plus bless without needing to cast it. Not just bless on myself, not other
Yeah.
people.
Plus, you already got the 2 blesses on your necklace.
Well, the thing is, I could use those on other people and then drink this, and I'd have bless too. So I could bless the whole party basically, plus get temp HP.
Well,
That's pretty useful.
It's
Yeah.
also for an entire hour.
Yeah.
It can't go away.
All right. Well, Morty just kind of smirks. He's like, "I was just kind of curious how much it's worth, but I appreciate the offer," and puts it away.
nice flex, Morty.
Well, she wanted to know if we had anything, unique, and I wanted to show her that we're,
Yeah.
we're travelers and we do.
Mm-hmm.
I have a jar of shapeshifter eyes. I don't know if that's a useful
Oh.
ingredient for anything. Anything
you
you
got
might
all
like?
sorts of shit.
Yeah. Oh, are those the eyes from the Hag House?
No, these are from the shapeshifter we fought in the.
Oh, okay.
The mimic.
Morty also pulls out his
Way
displacer
back.
parts. What about these? Are these worth anything?
What parts did you take?
I took teeth and claws. I used most of the claws for our necklaces, but there's still a few more.
Didn't you skin it too, so you could get the hide?
Well, I have the hide, but I don't think she can do anything with the hide.
Yeah,
Yeah.
take that. Have them make a cloak or something out of that.
Yeah, that's the idea.
What kind of beast is this from?
Displacer beast. And then the eyes. What was that? A shapeshifter or something, Quarian?
Yeah, the shapeshifter that we fought in the in Nomengard.
I could use the eyes, but I don't think there's anything we can do with the displacer parts.
All right, then Morty pulls out the pelt. He's like, "Do you know where I could maybe have this fashioned into some sort of cloak?"
That's tough. I suppose you could speak to the armorer. He could probably get you a sort of a two-step process, I guess.
All right. Well, Morty puts his animal parts away. He's like, "All right, thanks for the tip."
How much for the eyes?
I could give you another 100 gold for him.
Well, you got yourself a deal.
Morty adds 100 gold back to his inventory. So we
They're
only
walking
spent
at 50
50
gold.
bucks. Yeah,
Nice.
that'll do. Anybody else got any unique things they want to see if she'll buy? He looks at Jakaro.
Oh,
Oh, I'm gonna hold on to what I have.
That's all going on his armor.
Fair enough. All right.
yeah.
Well,
Jakaro
we
used
go
his
stop
jar
by
of
the,
like electric pickles or whatever, right?
Yeah, that's gone.
Yeah.
Electric pickles.
He threw it in the frog hemon's mouth or something.
Oh yeah.
But all right, Morty would say, "All right, boys, we best get moving." And once we're outside the shop, he'll be like, "All right, where to next?"
Well, first
go to
of
the,
all, what was
blacksmith.
that? What was with that look you gave Jakaro in there when that lady was talking about her kid, Morty?
Well, Jakaro and I, we may have had a bit of fun last night, and we may have met her. Is all.
Oh,
All I'll say. I'll leave the rest to
oh,
him
that's
if
cool.
he wants to speak up about it.
She's a fine young lady.
Okay.
Looks
Morty
nothing
grins.
like parents.
All right. Well, and Quarion,
Yes, Nacho?
when you're negotiating, well, not even negotiate, that wasn't even a negotiation. You just asked how much, and she said 100, and you were like, okay, you gotta, gotta ask for a little more. If they say 100, you say 120.
That seemed fair to me.
You gotta squeeze them.
She treated us well. I was okay just taking the 100.
All right.
How many potions can he make now with all those ingredients?
I can make healing, water breathing, poison, and we just need like what, unicorn hair for the flying one?
Yes, which
Yeah.
you actually have, because you got it to make the.
Oh yeah.
It was one of the items to make the remove curse.
Oh hell yeah, I can make a potion of flying.
So you can make one of each.
Nice. All right. That's pretty sick. We can make a flying potion.
Hopefully it's the type that has like multiple charges, like the water breathing one.
Yeah, that'd be cool. All right. So maybe we check out the scroll guy next. What do you guys think?
I got no roll guy. I kind of actually some of these I might want to sell.
You're just along for the ride.
Yeah,
buddy.
you pick Morty.
Well, I just want to get this taken care of before we head to the armor and weaponsmith, because I know the whole group will probably have talks with them.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess we go to the scroll person next.
For
Alright.
sure.
You walk a couple blocks away. The street's a little bit less impressive, much more kind of common-looking buildings here. You find the one with the sign you're looking for, and it's just a single-story building that's just kind of typical wood and brick. The only thing interesting about it is that the windows are all stained glass, and from inside you can hear a bunch of quills scratching against paper. As you walk in, you see there is an elf sitting behind a large desk. She is a female elf. She looks up at you pretty suspiciously, and um, around the room, there's a bunch of other desks that have quills just kind of floating in midair, scribbling on the paper. And all at once, they stop as she looks up at you and stops her writing. She says, "What do you want?"
We come here for business. And you may have heard, but Cathal has sent us.
Cathal sent you, huh? I don't know if
Yes.
that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I did make a promise to her, so you can browse my wares.
Before I do that, I just had a couple questions about some scrolls on me.
Yes.
Would you be able to identify them for me?
Perhaps.
All right.
You wanna show them to her?
He's gonna show her the random scroll and then the Book of Nomengard that still has 3 unidentified.
All right. So you show her the scroll. She looks at it and she says, "This is very ancient work, but it is a scroll of haste."
Ooh, hold up now.
It's funny
Is that
because
right?
you said the potion, and I already decided that it was going to be a scroll of haste by the time when you
That's
said that.
that's awesome. All right, let me just add that to my inventory.
Damn it, Morty got what he wanted.
For
Is
free.
it not? How come I'm not seeing it?
And then the Gnomon Garden, huh?
Haste is Haste, right?
Yeah.
You have to add a spell scroll of like whatever level it is, and then just add haste in like the description.
Okay. I don't
Is
know
that-
what level haste is.
I think that's a level 3 spell.
Okay. Wow, that's awesome. Now Morty's keeping that for sure. And he's like, "Yeah, I've got this book here with a bunch of scrolls in it. I've identified most of them besides 3."
Yeah, man. Can you tell me which ones you've identified? I can.
Yeah, just give me 1 second. I'm gonna find it right now.
I thought I had written it somewhere. I just can't
So,
find it.
I've identified Burning Hand scroll, Detect Magic scroll, Identify scroll, Sleep scroll, and Magic Missile scroll. And then I have a note that says 3, still not determined.
All right. She looks through the pages and confirms what you've identified so far. You said Burning Hands, Identify, Magic Missile,
Sleep and Detect Magic.
Sleep, and Detect Magic. All right, so she identifies the last. I only have 2 more. Is that right?
Yeah, two or 3. You told me 3, but 2's fine.
Yeah, I probably just miscounted because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you have 5 out of 7, right?
Okay, yeah.
So one of them is mage armor, and the other one is shield. She does kind of give you a very suspicious eye as you hand her this book that's written in gnomish. and also says that it is the title of it is the Book of Nomengard or Magic of Nomengard.
Are those
She just says, "Where did you get this?"
well,
It was a gift, Morty says,
we-
as he puts it back in his bag.
yeah.
Okay.
Morty looks at the group and he's like, "What do you think? Do you think we keep the book, or should we try to get a price for it?"
Book
Uh,
had some pretty useful things in there.
True.
Like burning hands and detect magic, we probably wouldn't need.
The magic missile.
Is it magic missile a good spell?
Not anymore, compared to what we know. Morty sort of looks up. He's like, "Would you be willing to take some pages out of the book, but not the whole thing?"
I suppose they're in good enough quality that they could be sold.
All right. So, do we want to keep the sleep scroll?
Sleep that could come in handy.
All right. So maybe keep identify, sleep, mage armor, and shield.
Yeah, that sounds
All right.
good. Your shield anyone could use.
Is mage armor like is that concentration?
I think so.
Because I assume concentration will it'll have to be used even if we use a scroll.
Yeah. So if you use a scroll, you do have to keep the concentration on. It's not like a potion.
Doesn't look like it is. It says just lasts 8 hours.
Oh, okay.
But it seems like it's based off your dex modifier, so this wouldn't really help me much anyway. I think it's basically just for creatures without armor.
do
So maybe we just sell this one.
do spells that buff AC stack?
I don't think so.
Yes, but it depends on the wording. But you can't not the same spell. You can't.
Oh yeah, I just
You
see
can,
like yeah. I got a spell that I
It
want
says
to
it
ask
gives us a
about.
13 plus your dex modifier for mage armor, and that doesn't seem very useful.
No,
Yeah.
it is basically for somebody that doesn't have armor because usually it's
Like
11 plus your dex modifier.
Like a wizard or a warlock could use it because they can't wear armor, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
or a
All right.
I think most sorcerers aren't gonna have armor either.
So maybe we sell that one too.
Yeah. So I'm thinking we only keep the shield scroll and identify and sleep, and then sell the mage armor, magic missile, detect magic, and burning hands.
Yep. Agreed.
All right, you're selling 4, and they're all common.
Yeah, these are the ones that we're trying to sell.
So she says, "I could give you 300 for them."
Morty looks to Nacho.
Well, do we? So these spell scrolls that she has is like on a list. Like, are we can actually see that list? Like, it's a menu. Is that
Yeah, these are.
all right? I
She kind of
see.
presents the list to you and says, "These are
Yeah,
ones
I
have
see.
available."
There's one scroll here you have available called a Shield of Faith. What can you tell me about a Shield of Faith?
Yes, it's
It's 2 AC.
Yeah, I mean, I read about out of character. I read about what it
I
does. I'm
know.
just,
I
Nacho
know.
doesn't know.
It's quite the handy little spell, particularly because of how quickly you can cast it. So, but it does increase your chances of survival for a short
Hmm.
period of time.
Well, let's see. So we're offering 4 scrolls, and we're gonna get 300. So, I mean, so if we bump that up to 320, that's 80 gold for one of the scrolls. Okay. What if? How many of these Shield of Faith scrolls do you have available?
Let me see. And she kind of looks under the desk she's working at, opens the drawer. It's like we have 2 in stock right now.
2. Um. Okay. So what do you guys think about Shield of Faith?
What did it do again?
Plus
Gives you
2 to
plus
8.
2 AC.
Yeah, for 10 minutes.
And it's a bonus action to cast.
I mean, it doesn't sound terrible, but I'd rather save money for like armor and equipment
Okay.
personally.
Well,
Those would only cost 80 a piece.
yeah.
Maybe we get one if you really want one.
I mean, I just figured because if anybody wanted to buff their AC a little bit for like a dragon fight or whatever, that would,
I mean, we can always come back depending on what happens
yeah.
with the armor and
True.
weapon person.
So she's asking 300 for the 4.
At the very least, we get the money and then possibly come back if we, want the
I
Shield of
want
Faith
to be
scrolls.
greedy here, but not too greedy. So let's say, I mean, 300 sounds a little low. You know, what if can we do maybe 320? I think that's, comes out to about 80 gold per scroll here.
Roll a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Yeet.
Oh, there you go. Suppose that's fair, despite the questionable nature of their origin.
Look, my friend here, Morty, did not explain well enough. What he meant to tell you when he said we were gifted them was we had a bit of a situation. The gnomes were infiltrated by a shape-shifting mimic type creature, and we slayed it. And as like a reward, they were so happy. They were like, "Hey, here's a book. It's got some good stuff in it. You're gonna like it. Maybe help you down the road somewhere." And we kind of nodded and walked off heroically and accepted the book.
I speak Gnomish. Morty says a few words of Gnomish to her.
Yeah, you do,
Roll
Morty.
roll a deception check.
I do speak Gnomish though.
No, not you.
I got a 22.
Although she doesn't quite seem to believe you anyway, Morty. She says, "All right, whatever you say."
All right, so 320.
Yeah.
320.
Add to inventory. Delete these scrolls, the ones that we're not keeping. I'd say things are going pretty smoothly so far, fellas.
Oh, jeez, Morty. Why did you say that? All right.
Where to next?
All right, boys. What do you say, armorer or weapons person?
Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I mean, it's really a coin flip.
what?
Yeah.
Odds we're going to the weapon person, even the armorer.
Okay.
Armorer first.
Okay. I didn't even remember which one was which. Wasn't paying attention. So,
I'm really annoyed they don't have a
Or
D2
for-
option where it's just like a coin flipping.
yeah. Could just Google
It's
it.
the same odds, man.
Just Google
I
coin
know,
flip.
but it's the principle of the thing.
It's true. There is a coin flip thing in Google.
All right, as you leave the scribe shop, you hear all of the quills start going back to work as you're closing the door. You make your way towards another portion of the market district where there is a lot more smoke and smell of forges and things like that. You find a piece that a building that actually seems a little bit out of place among all of the other forges and buildings. It's a two-story building made out of living wood, and the front doors are sort of carved, but almost seamlessly into the front of the wood. And it has a lot of like metal scroll work around the building and the fixtures, and they seem to be polished to a bright shine. And as you walk in, you see yet another female elf. She seems pretty young, as far as elves go, and she's sitting behind the counter.
Corin would step up and greet her in Elvish, introduce himself and the fellow League of Friends.
She responds in common and says, "Hi, I see we have a swamp dweller in our midst. Can tell by your accent."
Yeah, that's me. I'm from. I don't think I ever named the swamp that I was from.
Where does Shrek
I'm-
live?
That's what I was thinking. I can't think of the name of the swamp.
Well, that's gonna take a quick Google.
Did it have a name?
Let's see.
It might have just been swamp.
Yeah, I think he just called it his swamp the whole time.
Dulloc. Duloc.
Yeah, my name is Quarren. I'm from the Duloc swamps.
Ah, fine tribe down there.
Yeah, it's been a tough time since the demon decimated us, but we're bouncing back. We're getting back out there.
Aye, tragic.
But anyways, we're here to do a bit of shopping.
Yeah, what can I help the three of you with?
Well, I know my dragon friend here has some items he'd like, custom welded onto his armor. He's a bit of a trophy hunter. He likes to show off.
I see that. It's a lovely pauldron you have.
Thank you. I'm looking for a matching one on the other side. You up for the task?
I might be able to work something for you.
We recently took out a displacer beast, mother displacer beast. I have her skull right here.
Boy, and I have a pelt. Morty plops the pelt on the counter. I was hoping maybe you could fashion this into some sort of a magical item, perhaps, or point me in the direction of someone who can.
As the pelt hits the table, you see her just sort of like jump back and go, "Oh, where did that come from?"
A displacer
just-
beast, obviously.
She doesn't seem to hear you, Morty.
What? Morty
Look,
like
c-
kind
c-
of waves his hand.
You're holding the pelt. Or
Oh.
is that why? I don't know.
Oh, she just so far she hasn't seemed to notice Morty.
Morty's waving his hands up in the air.
You get no reaction.
Why is this broad annoying me? Or ignoring me, boys?
I don't know.
Or is this-
Jakara, why don't you hold him up?
Chikara
like a
picks
child.
up Morty with 2 hands.
She just kind of looks quizzically at Drakaro and says, "Is that some sort of greeting?"
This is my friend Morty.
Our dwarven
Uh,
friend is trying to show you his displacer beast hide.
Ah, a dwarf. I'm sorry.
I mean, I
Uh,
know he's short, but
Oh, she's a racist.
long ago, I was actually cursed. I cannot see or hear any dwarves.
Oh, lucky you.
What a shame.
Morty can remove curses. He could. I can hear her though, right?
Yeah, you can hear her. She just
Boys,
yeah,
tell her
she
I
has
could get rid of
no
a
idea
curse
what
for her.
you're there.
Our dwarf friend is a cleric, and he's he's pretty decent at curing curses. Maybe he can help you out with yours.
Could you now? That would be quite the spectacular thing. It's the local priests and clerics charge far too much for me.
Oh,
Tell
I'm
her.
sure if you
Morty
give
said,
it
"Tell
a
her,
nice discount, I'm sure my friend will help you out.
yeah, tell her for a special discount. I'm willing to do it."
I would be much obliged. I can do what I can for the prices, but I do have a business partner, and I do have to keep him appeased as well. You know.
Oh, of course. All right, Morty, do your thing.
All right. Let me. I gotta see how many charges I have. I can do this with my necklace. 2 greater restoration. That's the one that does it, right?
I think so.
It would actually be remove curse,
Okay.
Oh.
which I think is level 3 spell you should have. Well,
It's
you'd probably have to prepare it.
But it says one of the things it can do is you imbue a creature you touch with positive energy and do debilitating effect. You can reduce the target's exhaustion level by 1 or end one of the following effects on the target. 1 effect that charmed or petrified the target, 1 curse, including the target's attunement to a curse magic item.
Okay.
Any reduction to it.
Yeah,
That works?
that'll work. It makes sense because it's a higher level spell that it would also do
Yeah, it's a level 5 spell.
what the lower level spell does. Yeah.
I have 2 charges of that, so I still have another one left in case we need it, boys.
All right.
Well, Morty, I'll ask Jakar to plop me up on the counter so I can, reach her easily.
Chikara obliges.
Now Morty's standing on the counter and he rests his hand on her shoulder and removes her curse.
She sort of like jumps back at first and she goes, "Oh, there is someone there. I wasn't quite sure if you were just messing with me." And you remove the curse, and with that, you see one of the bracelets on her wrist kind of pops open and it falls off.
Well, there you go. This bracelet here was what was cursing you.
Yeah, she sort of steps back and just like kicks it away from herself
Well,
and rubs at her wrist.
you don't want that? You
Yeah,
don't
Quarian
you
picks
don't
it
want
up.
that?
He's like, wait, you mean if I put this on?
Don't put it on,
after you
Quarian.
hold it anymore?"
No, the curse is gone now. It's good.
Yeah. We should find out. I mean, if this lovely lady doesn't want this bracelet anymore, we should probably find out more about. We could find out more about it. Maybe see what's going on there. Maybe.
I'd be happy to never see that thing again in my life.
Yeah. Who did this to you? Who cursed you?
I just was walking around one day and found this. I thought it looked nice.
Huh.
I put it on, and my life's been hell ever since.
Was it just dwarves that you couldn't see or hear?
Yes, but people are cruel. They've been playing with me ever since.
Ah, I see.
At
Well,
first, nobody believed me.
Usually our kind doesn't get along, but he looks to Quarian and he's like, "But we found a way. I don't mind you guys."
Yeah, this guy's okay as far as dwarves go.
Anyway, back to
Feel free
business.
to feel free to browse around our wares. Like I said, I'll do what I can with the prices. And as for you, my friend, I believe I could probably um, get this fashioned pretty quickly for you if you give me a few minutes while you browse.
Be much appreciated.
What about this? And he kicks the displacer beast pelt.
Yes. There are uses for that. I can talk to my business partner. He knows a little bit more about preserving the magical elements of uh, of materials that are found. The
Yes.
tricky part is um, processing it without removing the enchantment, um, and then transferring it into something usable.
Yes, I'd be very interested to have its magical properties remain and then turn into some sort of cloak, if possible.
All right, let me bring it out back for just a minute. And she busts it back.
All right, we'll browse while you do that.
Right. She comes back and she starts looking at the displacer skull and pauldron. Drakaro, you see her. She pulls out a few chains of metal, pretty finely made, and she sort of fashions them with the pauldron, and then you see her um, whistle a few times, and you see the chains affix themselves to the skull and the pauldron. And she says, "That one will be on the house," and she passes it back to you. And then you have a list of things if anyone's interested in buying anything.
I'm just like unsure what's what here. So like this chain shirt, would that just give me +1 AC?
So it would have it would have all the properties of the chain shirt, and then it would be a +1 to the AC on top of that.
Could I wear it underneath my regular armor?
No, it would be instead of. It's a piece of armor itself.
All right, let me look up chain shirt. Isn't that what Nacho has, kind of?
Yes, but he has the mithril, right?
Elven. It says Elven chain, medium
Oh,
armor
Elven.
chain shirt.
Yeah, so he has an Elven, which I think means you can wear it even though you don't have proficiency. Is that right? Something like
Yeah,
that.
well, his is he gives him such high AC because it's based off Dex modifier, and I have no Dex, so that's not useful for me.
What about the adamantite armor? Can you wear ring mail?
Let's see. I don't think I can. That sounds like heavy armor.
It is.
Yeah, I can't wear heavy armor.
Or the armor of vulnerability?
Like I think half plate is like the only step up from what I have.
Oh, that's heavy armor.
Yeah, I mean, some of this stuff I feel like I shouldn't be googling because I did one of them. What?
Did you do the invulnerability one?
The vulnerability one, yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, shouldn't have read
Well, I'm
that.
sure. Yeah, I would assume you have at least
Stop.
this
Yeah, I
many.
was just say stop googling them.
We could just
I
ask the lady what's what, you know?
Yeah,
Or
but
any-
I'm just
edit
trying.
it to invulnerability.
Yeah, I'm just trying to like, you know,
Can
do
we afford any of
not
these?
waste any time here.
Or are they like thousands of dollars?
You could afford most of them.
Yeah.
The splint armor. The rare ones will be kind of expensive. You have enough money for them, but they would be expensive.
Mm.
They'd be in a couple thousand range.
Oh
So
damn.
you could buy them, but whether or not you would want to, it's up to you guys in the group.
Hopefully, Chikaro adds enough stuff to his armor. Maybe eventually he'll get like a +1 AC to it. Add like the right, magical skull.
I mean, at this point, he's probably headed towards a plus to his intimidation or something.
Mhm. Can I would be sick would be what's the thing Horvath had? Mace of Terror. If that like could morph it into like the armor.
Oh.
That
Like
would
unless
be
you
really
could still
cool.
use the ability, like I don't think that'd be
The
worth it.
Pauldron of Terror.
Are we selling his armor? Like,
I sold his original armor
oh,
already.
okay.
He still had his mithril armor on when he left.
When he left to go become a monk and left all his worldly possessions behind.
Yeah, I think you
Alright.
guys decided to that he wouldn't have like stripped naked and then walked away.
So, well, Morty will be like, well, once you're figuring out the deal with that displacer pelt, what about this? My mate has a shield made out of this stuff, and he plops down the what is it called? Beetle husk that Corian has a shield made out of, I think.
Oh yeah, the Ankeg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you fashion this into a shield of sorts? Maybe maybe I could just sell you this.
Yeah, we could use that for sure.
All right, how much would you be willing to offer?
Well, it's pretty well intact, and let's see. Probably give you about around 300 for it.
Man, that sounds reasonable. Looks to Nacho.
I wasn't paying attention. What was going on?
I had parts from the beetles we killed that could be turned to a shield, and she offered 300.
To do it for 300?
Just to buy them off me for 300.
Oh, she wants to buy him for 300.
Yeah.
Oh, you worked real hard for those, Morty. I don't think we should. I don't know. I feel
I
like
mean, I did heal it too. Maybe
yeah.
an extra 30 on top. What do you think?
You want okay? Okay, I like this, Morty. 330. Yeah, I mean, sure. My friend Morty here will he'll be selling these for no less than 330. I mean, he did like remove a curse from you that was probably ruining your life.
This has been like the only business we've done so far, besides the my mate's armor he did on the house, which I assume is from the curse as well, lifting.
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll take 330 off the displacer pelt.
All right.
My partner says that it would probably be about 1,200 to make the pelt into a cloak.
And that's one cloak.
One cloak, I believe.
And
One cloak.
what's what's the turnaround on a thing like that? I feel like 1,200. That's a lot of money.
Well, thankfully it's not so labor intensive time wise. It's more so just the care it takes to not ruin the enchantment while you're doing it. So we could probably turn it around for you by tomorrow.
Wow.
The league quickly huddles up. Like, all right, fellas, this is who's wearing
What
this
you
thing?
gonna do?
Who's wearing this thing?
It's a lot of gold, but
It's
I'm alright.
it would be really cool to have. That is a
All
lot
right.
of gold though.
Yeah.
Like, consider how much we have
Is
on
this
us now. We
is
have 4,600 gold right
yeah.
here.
We basically have enough for each of us to spend like 1,000 gold on something cool.
Yeah, I'm just
It would be 900 after you traded the shield in. Too.
And this is something you could wear, like you would wear your armor and then the cloak over it, Morty?
Yeah.
Like how I wear my cloak over my armor. Or in
Yes.
strike pose with his
So
arm.
I feel like Morty's would be a little more useful.
What are you talking about?
100% more useful.
Your cloak just pillows.
Look, it can billow in different
All right.
directions.
All right.
Or it turns his head to face a different
All
direction.
right. If you think
The
this
cloak
is something you
billows in
can,
that
you know, you've been thinking about for a while here, Morty. I know. Hey, let's do it. Let's do it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think it's definitely useful to have made no matter what.
Yeah.
And I'd probably like to wear it, but at the same time, I do want a new weapon. But I mean, I think this is probably better for me to have this than a weapon.
Right.
Maybe
Hey.
at the end, if we have any money left over, we can
Look.
We can look for a weapon.
We get this thing made for. Look, here's what I'm thinking, Morty.
All right.
We get this thing made for what? We're gonna spend 900.
Yeah.
900 gold, and so originally would have been 1200, and
Yeah.
say you get this made, you don't like it, we sell it to some mope for 2,000.
Oh no way, we could never sell this. We could.
I'm
Somebody else in
saying
the group would wear it.
hypothetically, Morty, we're in the profit here, okay?
Yeah.
So it's an investment. Let's do it.
Somebody in the group should always be wearing this once we have it made.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just calm down, Morty. We're gonna do it.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
Try to convince me here.
So everybody agrees?
Yeah. All right. Ready, break. Okay.
And I got my Baloo pelt that needs to be made into a regular hunter's cloak with
And-
this skull on top.
What kind of powers is that gonna have?
Just aesthetic.
Aesthetic. Okay.
And warmth. And
Well,
maybe warmth
Hey,
against the cold. We're
Look.
going to fight the ice dragon.
We're gonna have frost resist potions.
yeah.
True.
Look,
Agreed.
Dracaro, I'll see how much that's gonna cost.
Yeah, just put it
you
on
know.
my tab.
Your tab. Okay. Well, let's.
Yeah, we each get $1,000. We said. So put it on my tab.
So, okay. Well, we'll see what it costs. All right. Okay. So Nacho turns around.
Ready, break.
Yeah, Nacho turns around. He's like, yeah, you make the turn this displacer beast pelt into a cloak. For 900, and that's with the
Beetle pods.
the
Marty
beetle
throws them
pod,
down on the
Needle's
counter.
bug stuff over here. You know, with that 900, boom. And then my friend Jacaro here has a pelt from his. He used to have a bear called Baloo, and he would very much like this pelt turned into some kind of cloak that looks real cool. What would what would a thing like that? What are we talking here?
That should be no problem. We could probably just add an extra 20 gold pieces for the cloak.
20.
Okay.
All right, that is fantastic news. Done. So 920 we're looking at here. All right.
No, give her 30 for the cloak and tell it just
Make
make it extra special.
What does that mean? Is that a sexual thing, Dracaro? What are you?
Nope. Just you always give a tip and they put a little extra in there.
We tipped it by
Well-
removing the curse, Morty says.
Mr. Carl's money. Let him do what he wants with it.
Okay. Well, I mean,
This is
All right,
Baloo.
fine.
yeah.
Fine. Morty removes 930 gold from his inventory.
So, yeah.
And the displacer beast pelt. And yep. And I'll give her the parts too in case she wants to incorporate that in the pelt somehow. If not, it's fine. She can just fucking throw them away. I don't care.
Yeah, all right.
All right. I have no idea what just happened, but okay.
We're square. Morty says.
Okay,
So-
fantastic.
We'll get working on these right away.
All right, we'll be back tomorrow for them.
All right, first thing, they should be ready.
Excellent.
Ugh.
All right. So we got 3,700 gold left, mates. Now let's head to the weapon place.
All right, so just around the corner, you seek out one of the weaponsmiths. Um, so you get to the store and you walk in, and again, it's pretty. This one's much more simply built than the other one, but it does have the door is very much reinforced, and Morty, you recognize it as dwarven work, very heavy iron buttressing the door. And you walk in, and it's kind of shabby on the inside, and pretty dim, just a couple candles here and there. And you see a female woman behind the um, counter, and she's kind of she looks like she's staring off into space, but she has something small in her hand that she's holding up in front of her.
Like a human?
She's a human, yeah. She's a little
Nacho
she seems a little bit older and a little bit kind of
Nacho would like,
world weathered.
see the lady not paying attention and kind of like snap his fingers and just like, get her to snap out of it, kind of get her attention, smack on the table.
You see first her hand moves, the one that's holding the object, to face you, and then you see her body and head move to follow. She's still sort of staring through you at this point.
Hello?
Says, I see ya.
What's this thing all about?
This thing?
Uh,
She waves around a
yeah,
little.
yeah, what's
looks
that?
like a little round object in her hand. This is how I see. You got a problem?
Oh, well, apologies. Never met a person who
little-
does that before.
You get a little closer in the dim light, and you see that she's holding a small round object that's it's like crystal, but it's made to look like an eyeball. And as you move, she's moving it to follow you.
Okay, well, now that we've
I've,
gotten that out of
I've
the
got
way,
one of those too.
huh? Quarion,
got one of those
whatever,
too, I forgot
Quarion,
about
whatever you're about to pull out, don't.
Fine.
Is it those eyeballs that like eyeball or whatever?
It was
Yeah,
one
I forgot
eyeball.
Yeah.
I forgot I had one of those weird glass like crystal eyeballs.
We'll deal with that later.
Okay.
That's the hag's eye.
Yeah, that we should have like asked what that was all about, but we didn't. We are, simple travelers. We come with the seal of Cathal, seeking hot deals.
Says, aye, Cathal told me you'd be coming by. See anything you like?
Well, this is quite the list. I will have to take a moment to read over it.
Yeah, sorry, I was actually trying to make it more legible for you guys. but-
Whoa.
Sorry,
Looks like it's a
A lot of bows.
lot of good thing. Yeah, good thing Jakar didn't blow his load on a
Should I a bow?
on a blue
There's a ton of
cloak.
bows. There's two long bows, a bunch of crossbows. Flame tongue
Who is
short
slain by
sword.
this weapon dissolve into a pool of blood?
Oh yeah, I was just taking out some of those descriptors. They add the random generator adds those things just to
Ah,
add a little flavor to them. But you can keep them or leave them. It's up to you.
is the plus, is that like to hit? Is that part of the hit or the damage?
It's both.
Okay.
That hand crossbow for you, Nacho, be a pretty good range weapon for you.
He's already got a crossbow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but this is a +3 super sweet one.
So
But I feel like the regular crossbow would probably still do more damage, or at least the +1 that's
I
available.
think because my proficiency is +3, so if it's +3, that means it's +6, which is the
Yeah.
exact same thing as the one I already have. That would a hand one would just be like concealed, be like
Oh,
like like an Assassin's
there's-
Creed kind of a thing.
Slightly smaller damage dice too, I think.
Yeah.
So it would probably end up being a wash. A +1 crossbow would probably actually help you out more than
Yeah.
3 hands.
That's what I was thinking.
well, can you dual wield? Have like a crossbow in each hand, Matrix style.
All right, how much is the uncommon
Regular
longbow?
uncommon longbow.
+1.
Just the +1 one.
Oh, the burst of light one.
But that
Which
one
one?
doesn't. That one's not +1.
Which one?
Second, the last thing
Says
basically.
every strike by the weapon is accompanied by a burst of light.
The longbow of warning.
Oh yeah, that's not a +1, but it does have other magical effects.
Yeah, I want to know about that. Can I know about it?
Yeah, she'll tell you about it. She'll so it is a weapon of warning, meaning anytime you guys are in danger, it'll light up.
Oh.
So that gives you several benefits when I get there. So she says, she hands it to you and says, "Here, watch." And then from underneath the desk, she pulls out a crossbow and points it directly at you. And while you're holding it, it lights up. And she takes the crossbow off of you and it dims, and then she puts it back on you and it lights back up again. So you have advantage on initiative rolls while you have it on your person. In addition, you and any of your companions within 30 feet can't be surprised.
That is pretty cool.
And it magically awakens you and your companions within range if you're sleeping naturally when combat begins.
So does that mean we could not need to take watches during a long rest?
You wouldn't have to, but it would awaken you when combat began. You would still be in a pretty disadvantageous position if you were all
Yeah.
asleep.
Yeah.
How much?
That one is it's only uncommon. It's not too bad. With Kethel's discount, I suppose we can do 400.
I think that one's.
What about your other longbow? Tell us about that one.
With the
+1 longbow? Is that just like generic +1?
yep,
The first one is way better. All those extra things.
Yeah.
Yep, sold.
350 for that one. The plus one would just be 350.
Yep, Nacho, pay the man, woman.
Whoa. Morty's
man
got
would-
Morty's got the cash.
All right. If you think 400 fair price, then sure. Morty
Yeah.
pulls out the gold.
We're already getting a discount, so
That leaves you
Ain't gonna-
600 for another like cool magical doohickey.
Yep.
Keep in mind, I just thought of something
Mhm.
before we go spending the money like crazy. We are going to have to figure out our horse situation.
I'm sure Cathal can help us there.
We already got Halia's horses murdered, so I'm sure.
That's fine.
Yeah, we'll just keep getting loaned horses, getting them killed, and
Well, there's
not
still
paying.
there's still the oddity shop, and then also
Yeah.
the wand
Yeah,
guy.
I'm just saying we don't want to be hoofing it.
All right.
What's I see you here. You have a weapon described as a distinctive weapon engraved with runes of destruction. That sounds juicy. Tell me more.
The Sword of Vengeance.
You talking about the luck one? Luck blade?
At the very bottom.
Oh,
says-
that's actually so. Those the descriptions are after the weapon. So that's actually the bow that he just bought.
Well,
Like I
there's
said,
also
you can
there's
take
also
or
short sword.
leave. You can take or leave the
two above the longbow.
Yeah, there is a short sword of vengeance that has the same thing.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
that one. Short sword.
Those are, like I said, those are just sort of.
Yeah, that luck blade is legendary, so
Flavor-
that's gonna be way out of our
flavor.
price range.
That'll. I won't screw up the price on that one. That's that's like enshrined in a case on the wall. That's emanating a very strong magical aura from it.
And great swords are you need two. You can't use a shield with a great sword.
Correct.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty happy with the short sword I currently have.
Yeah.
You don't really sell any hammers. I mean, my friend Morty here, he's kind of, he's into hammers.
I mean,
So-
I basically spent my portion already on that.
You
cloak.
did, Morty. You really did.
I really wanted that cloak, mate.
Yeah, it was a fine cloak. I mean,
Or it will be a fine cloak.
yeah, we killed that displacer beast like a week ago. So finally we're getting to
Yeah.
do something with that.
Yeah.
Well, anybody see anything? I think we're so we think we're good.
Let's go to the magic item place.
Yeah. Nacho wishes the lady good luck with the whole eye thing. And slowly backs away.
Yeah, thanks for the bow.
She just kind of glowers at you and says, I think I already lost that preposition.
Alright, so there was the oddity shop, and then also the wand shop.
Yep.
I mean, should we just pop in the wand shop just to see what they got?
I mean, sure.
I mean, I got this wand of pyrotechnics that Nacho gave me, but I feel like we should probably just hold on to this. I don't think they'll give us much for it. So
Well-
I see this being useful in, like, let's say, some sort of infiltration mission. Nacho needs to tell us he's in trouble. He could just, pop this in the air and let us, give us a sign that way.
I mean, or if we, are celebrating something.
Oh no.
Ooh, wand of fireball.
That's exactly what I
Yeah.
said. Oh no.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no. Corner, don't look at the list.
You already have that dope tentacle rod though.
Yeah, but wand of fireballs.
This is fireballs. Maybe we see how much that one goes for.
Is it what you think it is?
I would think so.
It is rare. Which,
Wand of web. What does wand of secrets do?
So the guy says, that one there, every so often, if you want, you can use it. It'll identify a hidden door or a trap or whatever's closer.
That could be kind of useful. How much are
How
these
much?
worth? And
How
he
much
pulls out
is
the wand of
that?
pyrotechnics.
I don't know about that wand of fireballs. I want to buy that.
Well, the wand of pyrotechnics.
And my mate's interested in the wand of fireballs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one would be great. That one would be about 4,000.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
Damn
He wants fireballs so bad.
Yeah, it's for the best.
it.
Should have went to the wand shop first.
No.
I'm looking for the pyrotechnics. Hold on.
Man, broken.
Oh, we
doors.
forgot. I mean, it doesn't matter anyway, but we forgot to show off our fake orc daggers at the weapon person. And we could have continued Horvath's storyline that
Man.
he just abandoned.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, he didn't really work with me on that one. He did at first, and then it was like, and then he didn't want to tell you guys about it for some reason.
Yeah.
Which just made it really hard to work with.
Yeah. We know.
Why can't I find it? Here we go. He just says, I could give you 60 gold for that.
I feel like this thing's just worth keeping and not selling, boys. Wand of pyrotechnics.
Yeah, for that amount.
Yeah, I agree. We really couldn't let that go for anything less than like 85, Morty. So
I think it's just more useful, you know.
when Nacho
In case-
says that, he kind of looks at the shopkeeper, see what their reaction to 85 is.
He just kind of shakes his head.
Yeah. Just hold on to it.
Yeah, Morty puts it back in his pocket.
I think I'm good at the wand shop.
The
What
wand
about this wand
shop.
secret? What are these? How much do those go for?
About 250.
And they specifically do certain things, or they they do all those things you mentioned?
It's 3 charges. While you're holding it, you can use an action to spend a charge. And if a secret door or trap is within 30 feet of you, it pulses and points at the nearest one.
That seems kind of useful.
And
But I don't know.
it regains 1 D3 charges at dawn.
What do you guys think about the Wand of Secrets?
Does sound pretty useful.
What did it cost there, Mort?
250.
250. I mean, who's gonna use it?
I mean, we haven't been in a dungeon in a while, but I feel like once we're there, we'll be very glad we have these.
Yeah, but I'm saying who's gonna wield it? Who's gonna use it?
Anybody can use it.
I mean,
matter.
I'm not a wand guy. I'll tell you right now, Morty. I'm not a wand guy. I
I mean,
don't do that Mickey Mouse stuff, okay?
I assume it's not attunement.
It's not, no. Anybody can use it.
I mean, like, I'll fucking keep it in my belt if that's all we
Are
need.
you gonna remember you have it?
Probably.
All right. Yeah, I mean, we got lots of gold, so where haven't we been yet?
The
Magic item shop.
yeah.
We haven't been to the magic item shop.
Yeah, we're saving for last, 'cause that's where we gotta sell the.
Mm.
We gotta have you sell those scimitar things, and then we walk in as completely unrelated people.
All right, we'll figure out how that works after this, I guess.
Should we get the wand or not, boys? What do you
Look,
think?
Morty, I'm you're the wise one here. If you think it's a good purchase, let's go for it. But
So it's hidden doors, traps, And what was the last thing?
It just says Hindora traps.
Is it like an
Hmm.
unlimited use
Doesn't-
thing? Can we just sort of
Doesn't
like?
one of you
It would be
3
like
charges.
anything hidden. 3
Doesn't
charges
one of you
per
have
day, but it
like
recharges.
the detect traps or whatever?
Yeah, but that's not. We usually don't have it equipped. That spell.
Yeah.
Detect traps also sucks.
Yeah,
Mm.
find traps.
It just
Okay.
like tells you that there's a trap nearby. It doesn't actually even like tell you where it is.
If we did buy this, how much would that leave us with?
That would leave us with 3,100 basically.
I have 100
Hmm.
gold on me too, so 3,200.
Plus whatever we get for the scimitars.
Well, you know what? I feel like we're gonna get a lot for the scimitars. Okay. So
Where's
do it, Morty. Do it.
All right. All right, fine. You can add to your inventory, Quarian. So minus 250 from me.
+1 wand of secrets.
Did we mention our discount when we came in here? The
Yeah, I didn't set this shop up because I figured we would be moving through it quickly. So
Yeah.
yes.
yeah, we would have mentioned that. Okay, that's with discount. Okay. Just gotta make sure.
All right, boys. On to the next.
Dot all our I's and cross all our T's here.
Well, actually, we'll send Nacho in first with the scimitars.
All right.
Get your disguise on.
So, gotta find like a an alley or something to do this. I can't be doing this in the middle of town here. You
Maybe
guys.
should we go in and do our shopping first and then send him in to sell the scimitars?
What if we need extra gold? Depending if there's something really cool in there.
How about you guys go in, you see what's up, and then
Should we just
after
try to not be sneaky? And
you know, I
sell
mean
them?
the glowing scimitars is cool, and I would like to disguise myself. But you know, pretty sure whether they're glowing or they're not glowing, I'm gonna get a lot of money out of these. I got a feeling, fellas.
I say we just keep it simple and we turn off the glowing and just go and have Nacho sell them as the rare, antique, priceless pieces of
Yeah, I got it, Grant.
elven warfare.
I don't
Yeah,
know
I
if
don't
I
know
can turn off
going Elven, but
the light cantrip.
did you already put them on him?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think you can.
Actually,
I
no,
think
okay, I
you
dismiss
can,
it.
You can dismiss it. Yeah.
All right, yeah, all right. Morty snaps his fingers and they stop glowing. All right, we're doing it straight up. Let's go.
Yeah. All right. So before we go in, I've noticed that a lot of these shopkeepers, they're all women, and Cathel's a woman. Is there some kind of woman conspiracy in Neverwinter? I feel like they're a very powerful merchant, some kind of
Morty
merchant.
squints at Nacho and is like, this town's very woke.
Some kind of lady merchant alliance going on in this town.
Maybe Cathel's contacts just happen to be women.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
the last one is a dude. Just
Okay. Was that already okay? That was already determined, not just because I did my little thing on the conspiracy.
I mean, it's a dude now that you said it. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. These shops and wares are all randomly generated on an online generator. So,
Neato.
well, I tweaked them, but
We even cured one of the shopkeepers, the armorer, who's gonna, we have business with tomorrow.
I made up the Dragonborn's mom thing though. That was me.
I mean, it was fitting. It was perfect. All right, boys. Well, shall we?
Let's do it.
Yep. So you walk down. This one is set sort of in the main thoroughfare of the marketplace. It's a pretty nondescript building, but as you walk in, you notice it's just kind of a lot of incense and censers burning, and a lot of odd smells that you've never encountered before. And you see a slightly overweight elf who seems to be kind of, well, Quarion, you recognize him to be sort of late middle-aged for an elf. And he's standing behind the counter.
Greetings, friend. We are simple travelers. We are friends of Cathal, and shows him the thing, the seal, the signature.
He goes, yes, Cathal.
Yeah,
Come on in.
yeah, that's
come on in."
us. We have got some stuff we like to trade.
You've come to the right place.
Yeah. What do you think, Maury? Should we start off with the big stuff, or how should we do this?
Yeah, I'd say just try to sell the thing first.
Let's go for it. Who's got him?
Marty pops him up on the counter.
Do you see these, friend?
Roll an insight check.
God.
All right. Yeah. He leans in and starts to inspect them, and he kind of like gives a little nod as he's doing. He says, "Yes. Fine work."
What we have here are some one-of-a-kind, handmade scimitars. These are made from the finest Tuscan steel by an ancient race of people called the Jawa. And we would like to sell them to you for a very, very fair price. Now, we have two of them. We do have two of them, right?
Yep.
We have two of them. And I'm thinking we could maybe do a 2-for-1 kind of deal. So, how about for these two fine weapons, we give you, or you give us, let's say 1,000 gold for the pair, of weapons here.
Yep. Roll another insight check.
Yeah.
So as you're saying this time, you do notice that when you give the price, first he's kind of tuning you out when you first start talking, and then when you give the price, you see his eyebrow raise and a slight smile at the corner of his mouth that he quickly controls. And he says, "Well, I don't doubt that they're fine work. I can see that right there. It's plain. But, I think, do they do anything? They just seem like swords. A sword's a sword, right?"
I am not sure if you understand. These are made of the finest steel ever known to man. This is...
Oh, can you give me a demonstration?
Me? Of course. Of course. What? How does one do a demonstration? Toby, hold out your arm.
Nothing like that. Just, I mean, it's strength. It's, cut something else, not your friend.
Okay, well, I feel like if you want something cut, you want to see something cut, I feel like my friend Jacaro here would be the more capable of the cutting type. Jacaro.
Yes?
Could you please show this man what this fine Tuscan steel scimitar made from the ancient race of Jawa can do?
Of course. Lord Kensington. Jakaro takes one of the scimitars and I don't know.
Ooh, should we like paint like I don't know, a dummy or something for him to cut in
Making
half?
a dummy. I
Ca-
was gonna grab like a sword off the wall and chop it in half, but
Can Morty do his cantrip like on the DL? Or does he have to, or does he do like a big thing to do it?
Yeah, I think there's at least a verbal component.
Oh,
to
okay,
the,
so he can't just cheese it.
scenario. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, is there anything around in this shop that Jakaro can slice like that would potentially impress? Perhaps Morty can perceive one.
Well, yeah, I guess the shopkeeper. Let's see, I don't know much about weapons. What the shopkeeper would hold up just like a dagger that he has on him and say, maybe you can do something with this. He hands you just like a regular dagger.
Nice. Okay. I guess chop this Jakaro. Chop this dagger. Please.
Jakaro swings the scimitar.
All right, roll an attack roll.
I mean, he's very strong, so this should go great, right?
Yeah.
For sure. Just a D20.
Well, you'd be proficient in that, so you would add. What's your strength?
+4.
And then your proficiency bonus is. You guys are at 3 now, right?
+3, yeah.
So add 7 to your d20.
Yeah, as a cloak of
Alright.
protection, that's something we might want too.
Oh, I haven't read any of that stuff yet, so
Cloak
So,
of
yeah.
protection is pretty cool.
21.
Yeah.
21.
Nature's
21, yeah.
Candle sounds pretty cool too. That devotee's sensor though, for you, Morty,
I can't wield it.
you can't wield flails.
Nope.
Can't wield flail?
No. It's a martial weapon.
Weird. It's like a specifically. It's like a specific to cleric weapon.
Like I could wield it, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't get my proficiency.
Yeah. Well, it's probably just assuming that you have like one of the subclasses that are for fighting, like a war
For
cleric or whatever.
martial weapons.
Yeah. Yeah. So Jakaro, you pretty easily slice through this dagger with the scimitar.
Nacho.
There you go,
Well,
Nacho.
Yeah, Nacho pats Jakaro on the back and smiles.
That is quite the trick. I think I could probably find some buyers for these. Mostly ornamental, but I could give you 800 for them.
Ooh, 800.
That basically pays for the fucking cloak I just had commissioned.
Yeah. Now, these are one of a kind, so I couldn't probably do
there's
less than 8.
2 of them.
These are 2 of a kind. Well, you know what I'm saying, Mr. Guy, okay? They're very rare. Okay, they come in pairs, so it's a very rare set, one of a kind set of scimitars. I feel like, I'd be losing money here if I sold them for anything less than $850.
We have ourselves a deal.
Fantastic.
I was waiting for the shopkeeper to be like, you know what? I don't know too much about these. Let me call my buddy. He's an expert."
Morty adds 850 gold to the pile.
Oh, that would be random. I have a
Now we're
guy.
back.
Let me
I
give him a
Back
forgot.
call.
up to
I
back
wish
up
it
to
was that.
3940.
And you guys laughed at me for holding on to those.
Did we?
Yeah.
Sounds like
Nacho,
you.
roll one last insight check for me.
Oh god. Okay. Nobody wants to.
Yeah.
Like.
Robbed us.
Morty lays his hand on his shoulder.
Oh, thank you, Morty. Here we go. Big
There
money.
you
Didn't
go.
need it anyway.
That's funny.
Yeah.
You see, as you guys are making the transaction, he seems he lets slip that he seems very excited about the deal, but again, kind of covers it up quickly as he takes the scimitars from you.
Robbed us blind, Nacho.
Well,
Where'd
Yeah.
you even come up with a price on your own?
are we still in the shop here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
We're interested in these cloaks he has.
oh.
What are you gonna try to? Are you gonna try to like hold back on the deal?
No. I mean, I agreed
Okay.
to it, so we're going
All right.
for it.
Morty's gonna pipe and say, "How much for these cloaks?" And he points to the Nature's Mantle and Cloak of Protection.
The green one there for 250. The blue, the protection, 400.
I mean, these are pretty useful boys.
Yeah, we'd want to buy both of those. Get negotiating, Nacho.
What were the prices?
650 total.
650.
For 2
Oof.
cloaks.
Oof.
One gives a +1 to AC and saving. One's basically like your ring of
Okay.
protection, except a cloak. And then the other one is it's for rangers or druids. Is that what it said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it lets them do the hide action as a bonus, I think.
It's pretty much like instant camouflage.
For 650. Ooh, I feel like we'd be buyers here. I'd say an even 600.
Yes, I think we can do that.
Well, all right.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Do we want the druid or ranger one? Because I don't want it, and Penguin has his superhero cloak. So
But this one actually does something.
Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely take that.
Because, yeah, Morty's going to be wearing his Displacer one, and Dracaro's going to be wearing the blue cloak.
Well,
So.
it could go either way. Like, I mean, Morty'd be interested in either or at this point because both are decent, and I'm sure Jakaro wouldn't mind either or as well.
no, I don't want either.
You don't want the cloak of protection?
Hey, you
Nacho?
can just throw it under
Nacho, yeah,
under
Nacho,
the blue cloak if you want.
Throw what on the blue cloak?
Oh, it's you could throw the protection under the blue cloak. Nobody would know it there,
Oh.
but you'd still get the benefit of it.
Yeah, like sew it to the inside of the blue cloak.
Hey, you don't want +1 on AC, Jakaro?
Buy
Yeah.
and wear them together, so you can just like add +1 AC to your blue cloak.
Or it's just because you have too many attunements, you don't want to give up something you have.
Oh yeah, and if it's an attunement, I don't want it. I'm just saying, but if you guys want it, go ahead.
Oh, it does require attunement.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely really cool. Like, but at the same time, if I'm having the Displacer cloak, I don't know. That's really tough. I did just have this fucking $1,000 cloak commissioned.
I mean, any of us could wear that. If the Displacer cloak is what I think it's gonna be, I mean, like I would 100% wear that.
Yeah. Over the +1 to AC.
Yeah, I think the Displacer cloak's better.
Okay. Fair enough. Because I could probably find other ways to get my AC up anyway.
Right.
Nacho, you don't want the cloak of protection?
If it's attuned, I mean, I already have the ring of protection, so.
I mean, you can wear both. It's just
But then, what
like,
would
you know,
I take out of attunement slot?
that's the thing. We have so many different attunement items. It's
Yeah, I
gotta mix and match at
got
this
I
point.
don't have a slot for it.
All right, fine. Then we don't take it. I suppose then just the one. That's 250.
Yeah, I'll definitely take the Nature's Mantle.
Are you gonna try to talk him down, Nacho, or
So 250.
yeah?
Okay, so it turns out we don't want both of those cloaks. But we'll take one for $200.
225.
Hmm. I suppose that'll work.
All right.
All right, removing 225.
Anything else interesting?
Yeah, the Ogre Gauntlets sounded pretty interesting too.
I don't know if anybody needs strength that bad though.
Yeah, it's just like it sounds like such a good item.
I mean, so does the sensor, but I can't use it.
I think Morty would be the one that would benefit from the gauntlets the most because Jakaro doesn't need them.
But I
Is that
barely
the-
even use my hammer anymore.
Yeah.
Like until I got like a weapon, worth guaranteeing like a roll. I don't know.
I know you have some sweet armor, Nacho, but the glamored armor.
That does sound kind of right up Nacho's alley.
Let me see what it does.
Is it
Curious.
good? I don't know anything about it.
It can look like any clothing you want it to look like.
What's like? Can I wear it with my armor I have, or is it like one or the other?
No, you have to wear it instead. So it's a studded leather. It is +1.
What is leather
So-
normally?
That's what I was just going to look at.
This does sound like rogue armor, pretty much.
It's 12 plus dex. +1, so it'd be 13 plus your dex.
So 13.
What's
So
your
I think that would pretty much be the same as what I have.
What do you have right now?
I have 17
Elven
for armor class, but yeah. So my
Looks
current
like you
thing
go down by 1. It looks like.
is it, so 13 plus my dex that would be 16 plus ring
Your ring.
protection is 17.
So it'd be the same. This one would just allow you to change clothes on the fly, basically. Like change your appearance on the fly.
Sounds fancy. What's the cost of something like that?
That's the 800.
800.
I mean, if you like it that much, we could even sell your other armor.
I know, Morty. That's what I'm thinking. All
I'm
right.
just saying.
All right. Well, what if we did a little swaparooski here? Nacho, like, shows off the armor he's currently wearing. Says, "You give me this glamorous studded leather. I give you this fine elven chain. And you throw like 400 gold on top. And
Not just a shrewd businessman.
Oh, I think if we're doing this deal, I'd be having you throw money on top.
What?
Not much, though. The armors are both well made, and I could find a buyer for this. So
Yeah.
You give me 100 on top of the elven chain, and it's a deal.
I suppose that could work. So 100 gold plus the elven chain, and then I get this glamorous stud of leather. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yep.
Suppose we can make that, and my AC will be the same, right? I just wanna.
Yeah, it should be.
I don't want.
AC.
Yeah. So
What's your dex modifier?
my dex modifier is +3.
3. So yeah, you'd be at 16 plus your ring of protection would be 17.
All right. Yeah.
That's where you're at now.
Yeah, I see no reason. So I get the same AC plus a little razzle dazzle to it. You know.
If anybody has any random magic items they want to sell, now's the time. So Morty holds up his brooch of shielding. He's like, Jakar, you mind if I see how much this is worth?
Oh, Morty.
I know it was a gift, but I never wear it, mate.
Even worse.
It's even worse.
Go ahead, Morty. We split
right.
it,
Wow.
though.
Well, I mean, it's the money goes to the group, mate. I have no like all this money. I don't hold it. I don't think it's mine. You know, it's just the group's to use.
I'll give you that 200 for that.
Is that all my friendship means to you, Morty? 200 gold.
I never use it, mate. I got nothing to. I can't use it for anything. What do you say?
Do as you will, Morty.
You sure? You sure you don't want to get this cloak for your bonus AC, Jakaro? Because you don't really use the mind shielding ring very often.
That's my ring.
Alright.
He fought long and hard for that ring.
Yeah, it's true. It does have a lot of history to it.
And when I die, my soul will be trapped in that ring.
It's true. That is very true. If you ever die, as a failsafe.
And you will wear it.
So that Jakar
Alright.
can haunt you.
Fine. All right. Well, if
would
you're
anyone want
okay with
the,
it, Jakaro, then I'd like to sell it.
And would
Yeah.
does anyone want the pearl of power or whatever it was?
What do you
The thing
mean?
that gives you back a spell slot?
You should hold on to that, mate.
I don't know.
Is that an attune thing?
Yeah. To have my armor, the tentacle rod, and now the cloak.
I mean, haven't you used the Pearl of Power like recently?
A little recently, maybe. I don't use it. I don't know. I don't use it often enough to or at least I would definitely want to try the cloak. So I want to attune that.
So the thing is, yeah, you can switch attunement to the short rest. So if we ever come across a situation where you really need a spell back, you could just switch your stuff around. You can take a short
I
rest.
thought you needed a long rest. Oh, then yeah, I'm
No.
definitely gonna keep it.
Short rest to switch attunement.
Yeah.
And the pearl would actually at this point benefit either Jakaro or Nacho more since they're
Yeah, they don't have as many slots as us.
they're half casters. So
Yeah, so now anyone can use it anytime we're short resting.
Mm-hmm. All right, but Morty's gonna sell the brooch of shielding it with Jakaro's blessing.
half-hearted blessing.
Yeah. All right, so you said 200 gold, mate.
Yeah. Yes.
Done. Morty adds another 200 to the pile. So now we're at 3,900.
I don't really make much of a dent in your gold.
Well, because we keep buying and selling things.
Yeah, I forgot you had so much stuff to sell too.
Yeah.
Now that I have my new cloak, I want to find a tailor in town, and I want to have the cloak of billowing sewed underneath the elven cloak, so I can have that billow too.
I mean, you could just wear it underneath.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I want
Just-
them to be like I want the work of a professional.
All right.
I don't want it to look shoddy, you know?
You
Plus, we
probably
really
probably
should.
want to bring it back to the same person.
Their armorer.
Yeah,
Okay.
since they are
Well, we'll
both
be there in the morning.
enchanted items. You probably don't want just a random person
True.
sewing them together.
Well, let's stop by there now and drop it off in case they need to like work on it overnight.
Should charge you another 50 gold to do
Yeah, let's do it.
Just for cosmetic purposes, you want?
that. He's got 100 of his own gold. He's
Alright, we're
spending
rich.
it.
Whatever.
I barely spent any of my money.
Well, Morty removes another 50 gold then.
You gave him the gold for that armor, right?
How much? How much was the armor?
It was
100.
100.
All right. I don't think I did, so now I'm gonna remove that. All right, so we're at 3,700.
Yeah. Now that I changed, swapped armors, I'm officially under encumbered.
Nice.
Nice.
I've been over encumbered this whole
And
time.
you got like instant disguise, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty
Oh.
neat.
And the magic word for it is Shazam. So just letting you guys know.
Very cool.
All right. I think we'll probably end it there.
Cool.
Just because I gotta work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was the last shop anyway. So
Yeah.
because if we move on to something else, it might be too involved. So
Oh yeah. I gotta get ready for my meeting with the regent.
yep.
So
I think I need to get ready for that too.
That was a good shopping trip.
Nice.
I'm kind
Yeah,
of
so I'll be gone all
Morty.
next week. So
That
you
thing was
guys
so
can
sick.
do a session if you want without me. I'm cool with that.
Okay. I mean, it will be mostly the Regency thing.
Yeah,
the
I would
Yeah.
I would
thing
probably
anyway,
listen in
so-
anyway.
Just be like on the outside waiting for us.
Just gonna
Voltron,
stand by the door.
waiting to see if it starts glowing.
I wanna look at that. So that bow you have, is that in your inventory now, Jakaro?
Yeah, it's
I wanna-
equipped.
I wanna check it out. How much is that thing?